getting back from one of her pop-up events in Marina del Rey. We are sitting on a boat, so we apologize if there's any movement, but Letitia just recently launched an app called FemmeBoss, and so she also has a home decor line, and we decided that it would be great to have such a wonderful feature for you guys for this week. So Letitia, tell us a little bit more about you and your business. Both of them actually would be great.
Yeah, definitely. So Letitia Elizabeth Home is my eponymous design label. I'm actually trained as a designer and writer. So I launched this design brand 2 years ago after already being in the industry for a really long time. Actually, my background is more publishing. I've worked in magazines as an editor since school, so I profiled other businesses for consumer and women's publications, and it was high time that I kind of launched my own collection. So I worked on that, and I just kind of didn't find what I was really expecting in terms of the definition of success and the standards of success and just what it takes to market yourself as a solopreneur. So obviously launching a design brand, you don't need a team of like 10 employees off the bat, so I was doing everything on my own. And just that journey in itself, I realized how isolating it was, and from other projects and businesses that I had co-founded or founded on my own, I was experiencing what we call entrepreneur depression, definitely. And so I had and not really kind of tying the pieces together throughout this journey, I came up with an app, a mobile app idea. No tech background whatsoever, no coding experience.
Oh wow.
I came up with the idea of kind of connecting women to, well, mostly women, to local businesses where they can patronize and support the Shop Local movement. Instead of just, you know, a random day in November, a small shop Saturday, we could do it all year long and keep chains from, you know, pushing out these local businesses that we love. And so I actually got accepted to a tech incubator in New York, which is one of the biggest accomplishments I feel like for myself. And I was a double minority in there. I was the only woman of color, definitely one of 3 women out of dozens of people.
Wow.
So I felt a great honor that I was accepted, and there wasn't really numbers, but I feel like I graduated in 2nd place, so I had a really good concept that they really thought was going to be, you know, high value for the community. But I still kept on running into the problem. Now with my 2nd project in 2 years, I had the same feeling of there's no community, there's no connection. Who do I turn to? I didn't have, like, I had networking, but I didn't have a mentor that really understood me, or friends that were like-minded and knew what it was like to be in business. So I guess this is now popular to say biz besties. So that's what I was missing, is biz besties. So what I thought I could actually do, and this took a long process, it wasn't overnight, was that I could move the Shop Local movement into the back end of the app, and I could push forward the community and networking aspect as the front end. So it would have originally called Solo Girl Squad, in which just any woman with a goal could find like-minded connections so they could share their aspirations and their goals together. But really, it's women who have big aspirations. They want to be self-made, and that can be defined any way. You could still be working for a 9 to 5, you could have a side hustle, you could be full-time in your own business, but you just want to be independent and going after your dreams. And those types of women are the ones that are struggling the most, because they have to put on a marketing front, a PR front, and they can't really be them true selves online. Or even in person. You pass out your business card and you're like, yeah, everything's going great, nice to meet you, my business is booming. You go home and you're like, I don't have anyone on my phone I can call tonight. You know, my husband doesn't understand, my girlfriend doesn't understand. So I realized, okay, let's make this a community organization, and let's incentivize people for being a part of the community by helping them get discounts and perks and benefits from local retailers and small businesses, and make this like one big happy family of small businesses that we live around and kind of patronize every day, and women that are just up and coming. So that's pretty much what FemmeBoss is about, and the hopeful expansion would be to be internationally known as just the mobile app and a community of like-minded women, no matter if you're in business or not in business. You just want to have connections and find friends. So they kind of already dubbed us the Tinder for women, right. Platonically, of course. But yeah, it's as simple as that. We don't believe in the swiping right, swiping left. There's no judgment. It's come as yourself. Find someone who understands you. Come to our events or connect with someone through our app. Do what you can so that you don't feel so alone in whatever journey you're going through.
Well, one of the things that you just touched upon that I thought was really a key thing for a lot of people is the fact that having a biz bestie or somebody that actually understands you and that you can be real with, right? Because you might be having the same struggle that I'm having with, and unless we're real with each other, we wouldn't know that. And so I think this is such a great thing. You know, I think like today's event where everybody was kind of talking about their goals and, you know, future plans and suggestions and kind of really being real with each other and where they're at now and where they want to be. I think it's such a needed space for us to be able to collaborate in, and I commend you for that, and congratulations on the app.
And
of
thank
course.
you for coming today.
Yeah, no, it was fantastic. We had a great time, and so tell me, what do you wish somebody would have told you as you were starting your journey?
Yeah, definitely. I think I would have wished that someone, and this applies for my design brand and FemmeBoss, the app and the community, is that you can ask for help, because as women, we were actually talking about this on the boat, as women you are just default nature to be super nurturing, and you kind of are selfless in essence, especially if you already have gotten the role of head of household or mother or wife or partner. So you are kind of like prioritizing yourself at the very end of the spectrum there. And so I wish someone would have told me to, like, you know, factor in self-care a little bit, make sure that you're committing to what you need as a person as much as your business, because the two can't correlate, like, without the other one. And also to just ask for help and know that you can't do everything on your own, and know that if you live your true journey, you'll be rewarded a lot more than if you hide your true self. So, for example, when I was saying that, you know, going through that entrepreneurship depression for so long of just being isolated and working 16-hour days and not having any social circles or like genuine friends, not just biz besties, but any kind of friends. Like, dating is like super obsolete, you know. You're just kind of like, what is dating? I mean, literally, I woke up one day and I was like, how would I go on a date now? Like, do people still go to Starbucks? What are the apps do I use, you know? So you kind of just are so far removed from the actual lifestyle that you set out to have, because you felt like, oh, as an entrepreneur, I'll have so much freedom, I'll get to do this, I wake up when I want, I define my success. But it's not really true if you still are ignoring the priorities of just yourself as a person. Put yourself first. And this is not just for women that want to be in business. This is hard for mothers, for people that are single moms, married moms, single girls in a new city. Like, everybody has the issue of, I'm really ambitious, I'm driven, I have this goal, I'm just going to focus on that. It's hard to not compartmentalize and put this on a back burner and that on a back burner and go from there. So I wish someone would have told me, okay, ask for help when you really need help. Be your true self. Like, don't listen to the marketing hype of authentic this and authentic. Just be true to what you are. Don't look to social media and Instagram to define what your level of success is. And go from there. I think if you're true to yourself and you remember to take care of yourself, you'll go a lot farther than people that ignore those things and wake up 10 years from then and are like, wow, why am I still at the exact stagnated place that I was 10 years ago?
Right. No, I completely agree. And what inspirational message do you have for any little ones that might be watching on Women That Amaze?
Yeah, definitely. I would say something that really inspires me as a grown woman, I mean, I probably just as much as when you're younger and as you're older, is to find people that you identify with. So obviously the point of FemmeBoss is to help you connect with like-minded women, but you also have to kind of visually feel like you're represented in whatever community you are or industry you're in, and that can be so many levels, right? So it can be like a woman of color or a woman in general in a boys club. If your company culture is just dominated by men, we were talking about that on the boat, that, you know, Catherine, who's part of our group, she was saying that her corporate culture is just male CEOs, and from the CEO level down to the management, down to the employees, is just all, you know, white males. So, you know, if you feel like you're not represented in the people that you aspire to be similar to, now that you're trying to compete with them, but they are your role models, then you kind of feel a little bit complacent and you start to self-sabotage a lot. And women self-sabotage more than men, for sure. Men are, you know, they have that great innate ability to tell themselves whatever they need to do to narcissistically get through things. Women kind of, you know, just, there's a lot of self-deprecation, or, you know, it was funny, I was watching this thing, a comedy show, maybe Billy on the Street, which I love that show, by the way, and he was just basically saying, you know, women can't take a compliment. Like, I'll say, you know, Patty, you look lovely today, did you get your your hair highlighted? And no, this whole thing, like, I got this haircut like 10 years, you know, we tend to just instantly do that. And that will just trickle into anything, business, what you're working on, your home life, anything. So I feel like if you can't first identify yourself with people that look like you or represent you on the inside and out, then you kind of will self-sabotage a little bit, because you'll feel like, you know what, I came from Compton, you know what, there's no one that came from Compton that made it big, you know, there's no one that had, like, you know, $50,000 replacing their salary in the first year, you know, there's no one that was a best-selling author that is Asian American in, you know, the food category at Barnes & Noble, so why should I try so hard? I'm never really gonna make it. That's a subconscious mindset that you have.
Right.
So mindset is really important, and as we're shooting this video, it is very trendy. I know that to be true, but mindset work is very, very important, and that's why at our Boss House events, when we get groups of people together to co-work, we really want it to be a holistic atmosphere and environment and type of programming. We design the events to think about your well-being, your mindset. What are you eating? How do you feel? What are you working on? You know, community over competition for sure, which is a popular hashtag, but let's give you people that are in the same boat as you, like literally and figuratively, people that are in the same boat with you, so you can feel like I don't have to hide myself, and I don't have to feel like that person that I aspire to be like is nothing like me, so why should I even really try that hard? Because that is a horrible place to be in. We need more people like you, like everyone needs to be in this world with the dream that they have, because that's how we're going to get to be a more progressive world. If you kind of hold back from that, and you're not motivating yourself, and you're not inspiring your own self from within, which is actually a job within itself to be self-motivating, then, you know, we're not gonna have all the diversifying kind of characteristics that makes the world so great. So.
No, I completely agree. And tell me, where do you hope to be in, you know, 5 years from now? What is your bigger, either a life goal or a professional goal for the app, or even for the design business? What are some of your goals as you move forward?
Definitely. Well, my design business is actually American handcrafted decor. So everything that I do is about kind of, I'm a really like old world nostalgic person. I swear I'm like 80 on the inside. I really love that. I'm a Francophile at heart. Like, I love that old school European culture where people had ateliers and you could come in and customize what you want to do. You would know who you're shopping from. Like, you just know where your food's coming from, your products, you know, everybody's neighbors. Everything that I do is about that. So even if someone feels like, okay, my design brand is eco-friendly and I'm just using that to be, you know, marketing friendly. It's not. It's because I actually care about community. I care about people knowing information, and FemmeBoss is the same way. So I feel like the bigger goal for myself personally and professionally 5-10 years from now is to encapsulate that in whatever project I'm doing, and make it so that every person that I can identify with or I can empathize with has a product or a service that will help them get one step ahead to where they really want to be, and not because they're comparing themselves or they feel like that is the status quo or the definition of success. I would like to break all status quos, because it's not healthy for anyone. And all I know is American culture, right? So I'm sure this is not true for everyone, but I would like to break status quos for people. I would like people to know that, you know what, it's actually really cheap to shop at Trader Joe's. You don't have to keep shopping at your local grocery store. If you want to eat organic, if you want to be healthy, if you're pregnant and you're worrying about, you know, what's going in your baby, you can sleep on healthy sheets and not spend $300. Whenever people come to my website and they say, okay, you charge way too much for organic sheets, I can go to West Elm, I will tell you where to go. If you need $30 sheets, I'll tell you where to get $30 organic sheets. I'm not about like competing, I'm about educating people and getting them to where they need to be. So for FemmeBoss, it's the same thing. I would love in 10 years from now, anyone can download the app anywhere in the world and find someone that really gets them like right off the bat. There's a great quote that says, friendship is really about coming up to a person and saying, you too? Like, it's just that simple.
Right.
Like,
no,
you
I love
too.
that. I
You can define it.
that.
Yeah, just that simply. Like, no way, you too. And it's so weird how women will think they're the only one in the world that's going through something,
right.
You know? I think that the thing that we bond about the most is dating, right? Like, we can collectively just talk trash about men and dating all the time, but that just trickles into everything. We all are going through the same things, we just don't share it. So I would love for anyone that has a goal or a dream or feels like they're the only one going through something, 10 years from now, FemmeBoss or Solo Girl Squad will be the place where they can just break that condition, just break that mindset.
I absolutely love that. So thank you so much for being with us, and tell everybody where they can find you.
So you can actually find FemmeBoss at www.sologirlsquad.com, and we're all over social media, so you can follow us on Instagram at FemmeBossOfficial, Twitter at FemmeBosses, and our Facebook page is FemmeBoss app. Make sure to head to our website because that's the only way to become a member of the mobile app. So sologirlsquad.com, you can join, become a member, and we make sure to vet everyone in our community before they're allowed onto the app. Super safe. So become part of our network, sologirlsquad.com.
Thanks, guys.